What's up, fellas? Check out this flagship model, Yamaha's XS1100. This was the fastest production motorcycle Yamaha had ever made up to that point. Highly collectible piece, 16,000 original miles on it. It's in excellent core bike, original, no evidence of it ever being crashed or damaged, low miles. This came from the Edward Joy collection. Ed was a collector of big bore bikes. He liked the 6-cylinder Kawasaki's, the big bore Yamahas. Out of the 14 bikes, 13 of them were over 1,000 cc's, and this one's no exception. Excellent running and riding bikes. The bike had been sitting a little while. He passed away, so the mechanic Jeff Castine went right through it and tuned it really well, tuned it to perfection, cleaned out the gas tank, new fuel petcocks on here. The carburetors were completely rebuilt. He also replaced the intakes. If you zoom in on there, you see those are brand new rubber intakes. Once a bike's over 20, 30 years old, sometimes they crack and cause an air leak. That's been taken care of. Just a beautiful piece. Very sporty looking. It's got the mag wheels, triple disc brakes.
Guys, Castine did the full Monty on her, and the work order is completely written up in the description.
Yeah, it's
so right there.
a $3,200 work order. Then I went to the detail shop where it was polished up really nicely. Now, the paint job on it, on the tailpiece and side covers, is original. I think the tank was repainted. If you wanted to make this a museum piece, a new paint job, and a little bit of, maybe a couple chrome pieces plated, and you got yourself a classic big bore powerhouse muscle bike.
Heavy lifting's been done.
Oh yeah, all the mechanical heavy lifting's been done for sure. Has a Bridgestone Spitfire 11R rear tire on it with 90% tread left. The front has 90% tread left also. The brakes work great. Forks look good. No pitting on the lower fork tubes. The uppers has a little bit of pitting. Normal patina for a bike from this era. Beautiful piece. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Thanks for watching. God bless America. There's an exhaust note on this thing. It's music.
Noticing there's no rear turn signals. Bike sold as is.
Yeah, the tack and speedo work beautifully. All the idiot light works. The gas gauge appears to be working. The fuel petcocks are brand new. They're replacement aftermarket ones, and they're the exact opposite of the stock ones, which confused me when I first got on it. So I had it on, and the tank was on reserve, and it ran out of fuel. So I said, I already have it on reserve, and just said, no, it's the opposite of stock. So they're aftermarket upgraded. Brand new fuel petcocks, fuel lines. The car's been rebuilt, new intakes. It has a original factory airbox on it that's been cleaned, rebuilt, and reinstalled. Just beautiful intake, carburetor, and exhaust. Everything's nice and tight on it, so it runs awesome. Just going over the work order real quick, as I had mentioned, cleaned and tuned and rebuilt the carburetor, new petcocks, new air filter, rebuilt, cleaned the airbox, installed the brand new battery, new spark plugs, rebuilt the front master cylinder, replaced the fork seals and the fork fluid, greased and serviced the steering head bearing assembly, so nice and tight, rides like a new bike. Replaced the right-hand bar switch, replaced the intake manifold, all four of them, each of them, and it's running non-ethanol VP fuel. So you can leave that fuel in there for years. It won't gum up the carburetor. The tank was cleaned and rinsed inside, and all of the brake calipers are in good working order. So parts list is battery, plugs, intake manifolds, signal stems, ignition coil, resistors, brand new, air filters new fuel petcocks, some screws and hardware, new bar switch, front master cylinder rebuild kit, new fork seals, 20-weight Bel-Ray fork fluid, M-Go mirrors, and brake fluid. So it's got new mirrors too. Total of 26 hours labor plus parts. The total came to $3,137. That includes 8 hours in the detail shop for what we call a rotisserie detail. It was steam cleaned, polished, washed and waxed from top to bottom. The swing arm was repainted and touched up, as were the frame rails. The brake calipers were sanded, clean, painted, just to freshen up the look. It looks really good. Again, it's the paint job is the original on the side covers and rear tailpiece. The tank looks like it's been repainted. It's not a world-class paint job, and it could use a new paint job. You could have it painted for $300 to $500, and you'd have yourself a showpiece, any color you want. But we figured we'd leave that up to the new owner. If you have any questions, give us a call. Thanks for watching, and God bless America.